What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. The World Series of Warzone qualifiers happened over the weekend, and they were a complete disaster. Now, I don't want to overshadow the fact that some players are qualified to earn $1 million, which is pretty cool, and what the event should be centered around and focused on. We should be focusing on the highlights, on the bright spots of this event. But unfortunately, all of it has been overshadowed by the fact that Call of Duty does not have their act together when it comes to cheaters. Because the World Series of Warzone qualifiers once again revealed to everyone that cheaters run Call of Duty. A complete and utter embarrassment for a billion-dollar corporation. But it's not a surprise to anyone. What occurred over the past weekend isn't a surprise to anybody paying attention. We all know that cheaters are a massive problem in Call of Duty, yet we're constantly told it's not that big of a deal. Oh, just get good. These players competing in the World Series of Warzone qualifiers are good players, some of the best players. And guess what they're rewarded with? Lobbies full of cheaters. People trying to game the system just so they themselves can have a chance at $1 million. And it was on full display for everyone to see. And what's Activision's response? Has Call of Duty said anything about it? Has Treyarch, Raven, anyone, anywhere taken responsibility or accountability for this? Of course not. They're barely even advertising this because they know if they shed any light on this situation whatsoever, someone somewhere may hold them accountable, and they simply can't have that. They can't. So instead, what does Call of Duty come out with today? The new Beavis and Butthead bundle for Black Ops 6. Let's shift the focus away from this terrible showcase over the weekend and instead get people to spend money on our game. Please, we know all these problems. We know they're going unaddressed. We know that Ricochet does absolutely nothing, but it's okay because give us more money because F you, that's why. I do not get how anybody can defend this franchise right now. I don't get how anybody can look at the current state of Call of Duty and think it's good enough, because it's not. Whether it's the lackluster events, the terrible stability, or the infestation of cheaters, it's not good enough. But yet here we are constantly rewarding them for this time and time again. I feel awful for players that had to experience what Warzone was offering over the weekend. Because people not only were cheating, they were bragging about it on Discord. They were bragging about it to their little friends saying, haha, I'm ruining people's days. How much of a lowlife are you if that's what you are? If you cheat in video games just to put one over someone else, you're a loser. But because Call of Duty does nothing, nothing's going to happen. Because the majority of these people, I can guarantee you, have multiple accounts. So if one goes, they'll have another one like that, and they'll be cheating again. And they continue this vicious cycle over and over and over again because Call of Duty has done nothing tangible to prevent it. Just keep allowing more and more cheaters in to ruin the game and then not talk about it. When was the last time we even got an update from Ricochet? Like normally by now they come out and they say they've banned X amount of players. Good on us, good for us. They haven't done that yet. Sure, we'll hear an update here and there that maybe they've gone after a cheat provider, but you cut one head off, two more emerge. It's completely nonsensical to me. Their approach to their anti-cheat is laughable and embarrassing. But that's what we've come to expect from modern day Call of Duty. And this isn't just me saying this. This is the entire community's perspective right now, or at least a large majority of it. These are some of the tweets I came across yesterday when this whole debacle was on full display. Warzone comp is beyond cooked. Cheaters are literally bragging in their cheat provider's Discord about qualifying for World Series of Warzone while using cheats. What a dumpster fire COD has become. The World Series of Warzone qualifiers has got to be one of the most embarrassing things in competitive gaming history. I seriously don't know why I still play the game. Me as well. World Series of Warzone is a blessing for competitors and our communities, but we can't have another World Series of Warzone after this until you make a drastic change for cheating. This was a miserable experience, and this breaks my heart as a COD fan at Call of Duty. World Series of Warzone this year is a joke. Love running into hackers every game. So some people share different sentiments about this. They love the game. These are people that love Call of Duty. They love Warzone. They love what's being offered. And why wouldn't they? I mean, the prospect of World Series of Warzone happening on Verdansk is a blessing. But they wasted it because once again, their incompetency ruined something that could have been great, could have been fun, could have been innovative. But no, why would they do that? Why would they want to have any type of good press, any type of goodwill with the community that actually wants to hold them accountable? Because everybody that is going to buy the new Beavis and Butthead bundle today couldn't care less that the game is infested with cheaters, that they just had one of the most embarrassing displays in competitive gaming history, because they don't care about that. And Call of Duty doesn't want to invest in players that care about that. They want people to be oblivious to their flaws instead of commenting on them, instead of criticizing them or bringing them up. It feels like anytime you bring up any type of criticism towards Call of Duty, you're labeled a hater. It's not hate. That's just simple criticism. Do these people go into performance reviews and the second they hear one negative aspect about them, do they start crying and call their boss a hater? Or you're just hating on me? Hating on me, bro? No. That's not how the world works. If you want things to improve, you have to criticize them. That's not being a hater. That's being realistic. I'm sick and tired of the state of Call of Duty, and I will not shut up about it. I won't. I am sick of this. The fact that this has been on display all weekend long, and you've heard absolutely nothing from Call of Duty outside of them adding a new bundle to the game is not just on brand for them. It's not good enough for you. These videos aren't just about me. They're about this community as a whole. This is what they think of you. They think that this whole display of cheaters ruining a $1 million event doesn't matter. That in reality, what matters more to you is Beavis and Butthead, is a lack of accountability, a lack of responsibility. I would be embarrassed if I was working on Call of Duty right now and this was the takeaway from a massive event that should celebrate Call of Duty. It would be embarrassing to me. But there is no shame left at Activision. There's no ownership at Activision. It's just a bunch of people that are trying to appease the shareholders. And guess what appeases the shareholders? Not accountability, not responsibility, more bundles. Gotta keep flowing the money in because heaven forbid actually address the real problems and maybe get the game to be a little bit more popular again. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I just stopped playing it. All my friends have stopped playing it. But yes, we're the problem. Not the company that completely ignores the issues and wants to feed you slop time and time and time again. I don't really have much left to say on this matter. I would love to know your thoughts on it. Were you competing in the World Series of Warzone? Were you watching it? Or do you not really care? I'd love to know down below in that comment section how you feel about all of this. So let me know. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.